Okay, so a couple of our viewers actually sent me this report. And this video is actually titled, Why Some Voters Are Turning on Taco Tuesday. Well, I can answer that question. They're turning on Taco Tuesday because it's starting to affect them. If it didn't affect them, they wouldn't care. But this report from the New York Times talks to various Taco Tuesday supporters, and they explain the struggles that they're going through right now. When it comes to their struggles, my thoughts? Well, it's thoughts and prayers. But it's not just their citizens that are struggling right now. A ski resort in Vermont is already starting to think about the ski season at the end of this year, and whether or not this trend is going to continue. They were already 40% down this past season, and I don't see any improvement for the next one. So we're going to talk about both these stories in this video. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show a quick clip from Todd Maffin and his latest series, which revolves around Canadian snacks. If you're looking for new snacks that are based in Canada, details on where they're from, and where you can buy them, you're going to want to watch the clip at the end. I could definitely use some of these snacks that are on the screen, but it's a little bit hard for me to get right now. But for those back home in Canada, they should be available in your local grocer or possibly buying online. So we'll talk about more of that later in the video. Before I start though, you probably heard there was a shooting outside the White House. And this first clip I'm going to show you, I think it would be the reaction for most people.
That President Trump has said a deal is close, only for the two sides to remain far apart.
No! Now that would be the reaction of most people when you hear gunshots. But this next reporter, she has a situational awareness of a goldfish. Let's take a look.
What is that? What is that?
Sounds like fire. That was about 20.
Out.
Everyone to the press briefing room right now.
I don't understand how you cannot know what that noise is. I mean, for crying out loud, you live in the United States. What else could it be? I mean, maybe if you live somewhere else in the world, it could be fireworks, or it could be a car backfiring. I don't understand how someone living in the United States, and she's even a reporter, would not know what that noise is. But leave it up to Taco Tuesday to use this incident to further justify his ugly ballroom. Anyways, I just wanted to share that before we start. Let's get going.
What is the biggest issue for you in your life?
Cost of living.
At the grocery store, at the gas pump.
I can't afford my insurance.
It's outrageous. We're not going to have middle class.
I'm in Pennsylvania's 7th Congressional District. It's one of a handful in the entire country that could decide control of Congress in November. And I'm talking to people here about their lives and what they want the candidates to be focused on.
Now, just a reminder, those people in the beginning, they are only complaining because it is now affecting them. If it didn't affect them, they wouldn't care about anything else that's going on in the rest of the world.
Hi, I'm a reporter. My name is Sabrina. Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was $106.
For like 4 or 5 bags. Paying more and bringing out less bags, Sabrina. It's a real bite out of your income. What do? You got to eat, right?
Does any of this connect to politics for you?
The war in Iran and everything is, what's jacking up the price of everything right now.
And can I ask who you voted for in 2024?
I voted for President Trump.
How are you feeling about that? Are you feeling pretty good now, or are you feeling...
Well, I have mixed emotions, Sabrina. Yeah, I don't like the war. I don't, like bombings or killing civilians or anything like that. I wish we could stop that somehow. The other thing is I'd like to see the prices go down because it's really killing you.
Well, so would the rest of the world. Our gas prices are going up too. Flights are going up, and groceries are going up for us as well. But not only that, businesses around the world who used to have customers in the United States are now suffering because their products getting into your country now have a stupid tax on it. So this guy's situation is not unique. It's happening around the world. The only difference? He had a choice.
This is one of only 2 congressional districts in the state that Republicans flipped in 2024. So this is a big test for the Democratic Party. Can it appeal to voters on cost of living and win them back? In Allentown, Carla Rodriguez worries about the survival of her family's chicken restaurant.
We've never been this bad. Every week the prices are changing, the meat is going up. Ground beef used to be like $18 a tube, and now we're paying $60.
Now this reporter doesn't ask the same question, who did you vote for? So I don't know who she voted for. But I'm going to focus on the rising costs that she just mentioned. Ground beef going from $18 to $60 could kill a business. Now, if she voted for Taco Tuesday, I would have to say thoughts and prayers. But if she didn't, and I was in her shoes, I would be doing everything I can to make sure that the November election goes in the right direction, at least for her county. I mean, at least for me, if my livelihood's on the line, I'm going to do whatever I can to prevent it. I wouldn't just sit back and let somebody else fix it.
You have to find it how you can, and then some people are understanding, those are not will go somewhere else.
It sounds like a hard calculation for you guys.
It is, yeah, it is. We try to price things where it's like reasonable, where people can afford it, but where we're also not losing. But that's a very thin little gap. The electricity goes up, water goes up, everything goes up. So, I mean, we're just lucky and blessed to still be here and functioning and staying afloat.
You guys, Democrat, Republican?
I don't even know.
See the color, right?
What did you like about Trump?
I was hoping so much for him to change and, change America.
Oh, he definitely changed it, but changed it for the worse. And you got suckered hook, line, and sinker. But here's the biggest question I think the rest of the world wants the answer to. Will you get suckered in again? Because the rest of the world is literally looking over the fence, hoping that the United States makes the right decision. Now, I've done reports in the past on MAGA, and we know that some of them, there's nothing that's going to change their mind. They'll go down with the ship. But as much as I can't stand these people for putting us in this situation, and I say us, meaning the rest of the world, a small part of me is actually cheering for them. Yeah, it sounds kind of weird, but we kind of have to. Because if enough of them have the light bulb go on in their head, and finally realize, hey, this is not good for us, or the rest of the world. Well, they don't care about the rest of the world. But hey, that doesn't matter, as long as they fix their own country. But if enough of these red voters decide to actually make a change, it might be a step in the right direction for the United States.
Bring it back. He was saying, oh, things are going to get better, and prices are going to go lower. Yeah, and look what you go and do. He's really screwing the poor people, man. If there's more people like Trump, we're not going to have middle class. I want to see president work in a warehouse, driving a forklift for 16 hours, 15, 14 hours like I used to do. And first 6 months, he was backing up what he said. After that, I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. He was lying to you the whole time. And he's been lying to you since 2016. I mean, come on, it's not rocket science here.
He really took us for a ride there. Especially me, I hate getting taken.
Hopefully something does change, because if it stays like this for a long time, I don't know. A lot of people are not gonna survive, honestly.
Does it make you want to vote?
Does it make me want to vote? Yes, for the opposite of what we have now, because it's not working.
I think that's the only encouraging thing out of this entire report. And I hope there's enough people that are fed up that will vote against what's going on right now. Because if there's more people like her, the United States might have a chance to dig itself out of a hole. I want to thank the viewers that sent this one over to me. There's quite a few of you. But I do want to switch over to an article that directly relates to our Canada boycott. No, that doesn't sound right. Our US boycott. And this one was also sent by the community as well. And I just want to pause here for a minute and really acknowledge everybody that's sending me articles, because it does save me a lot of time. And it does kind of tell me what people want to see. Unfortunately, I can't get to all of them. I mean, I'm getting articles sent to me on email, Blue Sky, Reddit, Discord, Hey Cafe, everywhere. Even my mom and dad are sending me some articles. But I do want to thank everybody that's helping to contribute to the channel. Now, this article here is titled, Could Canadian Ski Boycotts Become a Bigger Problem for US Ski Resorts? My answer to this question? Yup, definitely. Now, what actually caught my attention on this article is that it's the timing of why this came out. The season is ended, and they're already forward thinking to see if the next season is going to be just as bad. So I'm going to read out this article for those that might just be listening and for the visually impaired. The subtitle says, Canadian travel to US ski resorts reportedly dropped by 40% this winter, hitting border destinations like Jay Peak and Whitefish especially hard. Snow wasn't the only thing that fell short for many US ski resorts this year, and the numbers show it. According to a CBS survey, the US ski resorts found that Canadian tourism had dropped by 40% this season. Canadians began boycotting travel to the US after President Taco Tuesday began to make remarks in late 2024 and early 2025 about how Canada should become the 51st state. Taco Tuesday's harsh trade tariffs on Canada followed those remarks, further straining relations between the two countries. Smaller ski resorts in towns like Whitefish Ski Resort in Montana, which sits about 60 miles from the border, felt the impacts this season. According to a CBS interview with Whitefish locals, they noticed the impact almost immediately, with Canadian travel down by 25% in January and continuing through the season. Now, I want to go way back, all the way back to December. Yeah, it's not that far away. But I want to take you back to the beginning of last ski season. And this clip I'm about to show you, I remember thinking back then, this is not going to age very well at all. Let me show you.
Skiers and snowboarders may still travel south if the conditions are right, including plenty of powder.
It's always about the snow. And someone has great snow conditions, people are going to go to that ski area.
U.S. ski resorts will know soon whether their northern neighbors are ready to visit, with the make-or-break holiday season fast approaching.
Well, Mr. Ski Association President, I guess it's not just about the powder. And people are not going to flock to the areas like you said. I think you really underestimated the Canadians. Now, I don't want this to be like an I told you so situation. But it just really bothers me when people like this assume that we're going to put our country aside just to go enjoy whatever it is in the United States that they're trying to sell us. Back to the article. Jay Peak Ski Resort in the northern Vermont, just 9 miles from the Canadian border, also saw the effects, with 50% of its business coming from Canada. According to CNN, 50%, okay, that's a lot. In an interview with CNN conducted with Steve Wright, President and CEO of Jay Peak, he first noticed that when the... okay, shh. I lost my spot. He said he first noticed the problem last summer after talking to many Canadian season pass holders who told him they would not be getting a season pass this year because they just couldn't, in good conscience, come to the United States. Now, I'm going to end the article here because they just continue talking about how many potential billions have been lost to the United States. When it comes to the season passes from the Canadians that used to buy them in the past, you have to wonder, how many are they going to get for next season? I don't think it's going to go up. If anything, people who bought passes this year might forego this upcoming season. And the reason I say that is because we got to think about last year. When you buy these season passes or like dedicated passes for a year, most likely you're going to be buying them well in advance. To give you an example, my friends back home in Vancouver, they're already talking about buying their edge cards for Whistler. And ski season is not till like, what, November? But the earlier you buy, the better discount that you get. So bringing it back to the US ski hills, you can bet that they're probably starting to panic for next year because their season pass deals are up on their website now. But I have to wonder, how many Canadians are going to be buying this year compared to last year? My guess, it might be less. So a question to the viewers who may have went to Jay Peak or Whitefish. Yeah, was the other one called Whitefish? Yeah, it was. If you used to ski there in the past, do you know anybody that's still going there at this moment? Or did you know anybody that still went last year that is still going to go this year? Or decided this year they're not going to go anymore? Let us know in the comments below. Now, I want to end on a more positive note, and it's a video from Todd Maffin. And his latest series has been helping Canadians to find locally made products, more specifically snacks. Now, I'm not going to show the video here. If you want to watch the video, you'll have to click on his so he gets the view. But he created a video and it's a pretty funny skit, while at the same time promoting Canadian products. But not only that, also informing everybody where it's from, what their website is, and how to buy it. So if you're missing snacks from the United States and you want to look for alternatives, I highly recommend that you check out Todd Maffin's video. The video link will be in the description below, as well as a direct link to snacks.toddmaffin.com. And from here, you can look up all the Canadian-made products that are made across Canada. Go to their website and find out how to buy these. And best of all, you're supporting Canadian companies. So if anybody decides to buy any of these Canadian-made products, or you already are, send me a photo of it. I'll be happy to share with the community, based on your recommendation. To close out this video, I would like to thank Chris J again for posting this photo on the Guard the Leaf Hey Cafe page. And this one is from the Drumheller Hoodoos in Alberta. So thank you again, Chris J, for posting this on the Guard the Leaf page. You do have a collection of great photos, and thank you for sharing it with all of us. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. If you found any value in anything I said today, or you want to hear more from a Canadian and international perspective, without the US media bias, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. That way you'll be notified of my future videos. And don't forget to hit the bell icon and select all. That way you're notified of my videos. And if you want to see more of my videos, check out the ones that are going to show up on your screen shortly. Thanks everyone, I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, I'm done. Let's go play now.